the, y'all don't really want it like, yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, I said so, I keep the bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood, so ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful, and I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop up off all of your friends, man, please. This shit ain't cynical, man, no subliminal. I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, little mama claims she want a soldier, not the type be in the tank, but in that rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, oh yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like, yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like, biggie gutter when he know he's off his butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You keep going as his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter, you saying a writer. Give your girl a quick fix and give your man a knife.
People tonight to talk to, isn't it, mate?
It is exactly that, and it's something as part of a build-up to the big event that thousands rock on down to Palmerston North, the annual Teams event, which we see, and of course we all knew what happened in February, and it's coming up in 2 weeks' time, Anzac weekend, a big week ahead where we catch our drivers from the 12 teams. So enjoy, folks, for the next few nights. Cockpit Media bringing to you live, and we do know that some of the Superstock teams will be actually joining us and watching the views as they go through. Just want to say a big shout out, big welcome on to all of those who've been typing hard out in the comments. Keep those wonderful comments coming through the show. Just want to recognise Petrofumes Dave for the video that helped us out with the start of the show.
Yeah. Petrol Fumes gave us that video. Did an awesome job, and I made it a little bit shorter than what he gave it to us. But hey, we appreciate them, and we've got the giveaway tonight too from Garage 16 and the new owners of New Zealand Dirt Track Racing magazine. So should we not waste any time and get Bruce in here, eh?
Yeah, Bruce is here with us, so he should be here with us in the chill out room there. Just been listening to us do the intro. Here he is.
Bruce in. We'll go to. Well,
there he is,
Bruce.
Hi there. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're good, thank you, mate. I do thank you for taking our time to join us here on a new show as Cockpit Media that we brought together live with the help of so many people out there as well in the build-up to the big event, mate. This is the biggest event on the dirt, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. Certainly the biggest motorsport event in New Zealand, that's for sure.
How excited are you? And before I get into the excitement of 2 weeks away, mate, it was a tough decision if you rolled it back to February and you had to do the call, and just one of those things.
It was very unfortunate. We were about 10 days out from the big event, and Jacinda decided to lock everybody down. So then we had the plans to when we were going to postpone it till, and eventually we decided that the furthest to the latest we could go out is this Anzac weekend, and it's been very lucky. Jacinda's come to the party, and we're ready to race.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
we
that's
are, and
awesome.
that's what we're going to do, part of the build-up here, bringing you all the teams. 12 teams will be joining us through to Thursday, where we wrap it up Thursday night. But, this night's going to be a big night as the start of the 3 teams. We've got the Glen Eagles, we've got the Scrappers, and we've got the Warriors joining us a bit later on in the show. But Bruce, mate, tell us about the event. All the work that goes in. I'm guessing once 1 year's over, you're just about into looking at next year, just about, I'd say.
Well, probably not normally. Normally we're, early February, so we've
Yeah.
still got, a couple of months of racing after that. So, but this one here will virtually be put the show on, and then we'll have the next season's tickets or sale for next 3rd and 4th, I think, of February it is.
Mm.
Or 4th,
Yeah.
no, 4th and 5th it'll be.
Yeah, 2023. I think people are excited, but the big event's only a couple of weeks away, mate. All right, so just to explain for those, because there's a lot of talk going around, let's get into this around the scrutineering side of it. Can you clarify, is it going to be at the square or are we going to be down at the track?
Unfortunately, the Palmerston City Council haven't allowed us to use the square this year. They are setting up there for their Anzac parade and the Anzac meeting that they have there on the Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they need to do a lot of setup there before we can, which would stop us from being able to do the normal scrutineering in the square. So we've transferred it to the arena, the brand new pits there. If you haven't seen those, they're certainly spectacular. There's a lot of room in the pits there and a lot of length there. There's a 100-metre running track in the middle of the pits there as well.
Yeah.
So we'll spread out and get the teams in. They'll come in shortly after midday, and we'll open the gates for the public about 1 o'clock, so the public can come in. Once the teams are in and got their merchandise tables set up and that sort of thing, the public will be able to come in, and then we'll be starting scrutineering probably about that 12:30 mark.
12:30.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. There's no restrictions for the public then around that area in the scrutineering time, or?
No. We always run open pits in Palmerston anyway. It's one of the few tracks in the country that runs open pits. And we put that down to the success of Palmerston as a speedway track. We've always had open pits. The people get involved and they get to know the drivers and the crews and feel all part of speedway. And it's a great feeling when you come to Palmerston and you know you can get down into the pits and talk to your friends, talk to your drivers, and get autographs and selfies and that sort of thing with them.
Yeah.
So it's part of the show.
Yeah, I think the excitement starts as soon as you walk out your front door, hop in your car, you turn your car on, you're on your way to Palmy. It just builds up from there. You see the fans waving out to the drivers in their cars, the teams. It doesn't matter what team they're going past, out beep, 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 finger, yeah, But that's where it builds up, on the way through to Palmerston. Then you just see it once you ride and drive down that main street, mate. It's just a sea of Speedway fans everywhere.
Yeah, it's dead right. I remember a few years back, they used to even graffiti, the Panthers or whoever going through the desert road there. There were always the various teams with their, names written into the banks there on the desert road. It's part of the build up to coming to Palmerston.
Yeah,
Well,
totally.
And if you go back a few years, the build-up was waiting at the gates at the crack of dawn, wasn't it, to get into the place?
Oh, exactly. You had to. Well, one night there's a group of people actually stayed overnight before they could, or they wanted to get first in the gates and get their prime seats. And now all the seats are pre-sold. Like for the one in February, we had every seat had been sold, but there was a few people who couldn't make it to this, and they've been refunded. So there are still some seats available in the grandstand and on the embankment. So if anybody wanting to get seats, there's some good seats still available. And get hold of Ticket Tech. They're the ticket sellers, and get yourself a ticket if you want to come.
Awesome. So everyone can rock on down to the arena to go along and check out the scrutineering down there, as Bruce has just mentioned to all the fans out there. Mate, the fans, this event just drags fans, not only from within New Zealand, but you may get the odd one flying from overseas. People just love the super stock teams.
Yeah, I know at least a couple of people coming in from Australia. They've said they've booked their tickets and they're on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
And
about
also Britain, there's Guy Parker's on his way out here,
Hmm.
and there'll be 2 or 3 other English people that'll be coming out here as well.
is there looking forward? Do we think that we might see the Brits back again maybe next year since we don't see them this year? Do you think? What do you
Oh
think?
yeah, they're ready to come virtually. They've done a lot of fundraising because
Yeah.
they were going to come out 2 years ago, and that's
Yeah.
when they got shut down about coming back because of COVID. And no, they're keen to be back again, and hopefully we'll have them here next February because they're an awesome bunch and put on a good show. All top class races as well in their own right. They're British champions and European champions, even world champions there.
Yeah, I think they make I think they make teams that one bit better, don't they? When they come over, I think it brings that little bit something else.
It
And I
does. There's no
think,
doubt
the fans
about
get
it.
behind them.
They're very welcome. They've got a lot of supporters in New Zealand and
Yeah.
people that enjoy having them here and associating with them.
Excellent. So we're down to 12 teams for this particular event in a couple of weeks. No Wanderers will be at the event, as we've seen over the years gone by. But I can tell you now, 12 teams, Bruce, are going to turn it on.
I certainly will. And I haven't heard any complaints with the draw. There's people saying the draw's been rigged or somebody's got an easy draw, but I haven't heard that one about it being rigged this time. So even when you do it on TV, there's the odd one seems to think it's rigged somehow. But hey,
You can't
that's
keep
all part of
everybody
it. I
happy,
think,
mate, can you?
accusing us of rigging the draw.
Yeah.
But I think that these days the teams are so even. That's the thing, and there's no easy ride for anybody. Every team's as tough as the other, and so there's no easy group. That's for sure. This year we're doing a slightly different system. We've, as most of you know, we've divided the teams into 4 groups,
Yep.
and we seeded the first 4 place getters from last team's champs, and then we've drawn who they're racing against.
All right. Well, I've got you there, Bruce, and I know you're the man down at Robertson Prestige International Speedway. I'm just going to make the announcement. It's just been posted on Facebook. So the 2022 Demon Energy Drinks Palmerston North Panthers official team is Scott Joblin, Peter Bankston, Jack Myers, William Humphreys, and David Lowe. Reserve, Jordan Deere. The Manawatu team, the Manawatu Mustangs for 22 in a couple of weeks, will be Nick Davey, Rebecca Barr, Stephen Penn, Daniel Burmeister, and Ron Ty. The reserve driver is Todd O'Donnell. So that's just been posted, and we will be catching up with some of those drivers over the next couple of days. Have a chat here at the Coppet Media Show, where we bring you the live show at 7:30. But today we're doing a 7 o'clock early special, but 7:30 through to around 9 o'clock-ish, we will catch up with the drivers from the 12 teams. So that's just officially been posted on the Speedway site. So there you go. You know your Panthers team, mate, and you know your Mustangs team, eh?
Yep, very good. Ready for battle, no doubt.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Just what we got you there too, Bruce. There's a lot of people commenting and saying some nice things about yourself and giving you some nice accolades. So we might read out some of those. We've got here Tracy Vincent says you're the best promoter in New Zealand, hands down. So, and then you've got quite a few agreeing with that. And we also have Steve Emmett. He's at our show and creates our Speedway game. And years ago, Bruce, he took the Speedway game to teams to sell it for the first time with discs. So he walked around the pits at Palmy teams to deliver and sell the first ever online Speedway game, which has just gone gangbusters from there.
Wow.
But Steve says, cheers for everything you do, keeps moving and contribute to Speedway in New Zealand, Bruce. Not just at Palmy, but all other tracks you're involved in. You're a bloody legend. So there you go. That's another nice comment you got there coming from people. So it's good to see people appreciating yourself too for your achievements of what you've done in Speedway and over the years as well, mate.
Very good. Yeah, appreciate that.
Hey, also, let's go back to that scrutineering thing. I remember, if I remember rightly, I've been there for many years now, but didn't the scrutineering used to happen at the track way back in the day?
Oh, it probably did. Yeah.
Yeah.
been in the square there for quite a few years now. So it's a great show down at the square there. There's all the public milling around, and we have the big screen down there.
Yeah.
You know, commentators, announcers, and interviews with people, and they watch the cars go through scrutineering and make sure that they're all up to scratch and all legal to go.
Yeah. Yeah, they even go through the part of town too. I remember something coming down the side streets, go around the roundabout, and it's just part of the hype of building up the anticipation.
It's part of it. And then they go convoy down to the track, and and all the people are lined up along the edge of the streets and waving and cheering to them. Yeah, it's all part of the show. It's awesome.
But what is also awesome is what you've done with the track and how it's evolved over the past season, because for a lot of these visitors who will be coming to the Palmy Teens may not have been to the actual track, but there's a whole new makeover. It's cost millions, but mate, it's looking spectacular.
It certainly is. And to the credit of the Palmerston North City Council, they've put their heart and soul into this for Speedway and the Speedway people. I mean, it's just great to have such an awesome facility. When you get up on that bridge that's over the top of the pits there and look down the pits, it's a stunning view.
Absolutely. So,
and of course, the pits you've got in the sorry, I'm interrupting here.
No,
In the pits there, they've got air and water and power as well, and fantastic lighting in the pits. You don't need to bring your torch with you, I don't think, because the pit lighting's that good.
No, so it's not running across the pits like years ago with buckets of water to the one tap to get back to the car to cool it down then, eh?
Yep, those are the days.
How things have changed. You've seen the teens racing develop over many years, mate. Cars are getting that fast these days. The drivers are getting younger. We're going to be interviewing some of these guys who basically, just got out of their teens, to be honest. Some of them are 21 to 21-year-old. Mate, it's just evolved over the many years.
Oh yeah, there's some awesome drivers and the young guys. Most of them have done mini stocks, and that's where they've got their skills from and been able to race a consistent race lap after lap. But they've got cars that are bulletproof and they're bulletproof themselves. So it means that it's a incredible show. These guys don't hold back in any respect.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the support class for the second night. Over the years, people have been familiar with the Burger King Pro Series. That was in there last year. The midgets there last year. It was hard case hearing Graham Standring saying the first time he's been to the event is such, And what have you got planned for Sunday?
We've got the sidecars as a support class. We've had them a couple of times a few years back, and they've been doing some great racing lately. They're very close, and when you think about it, they're crazy, really. They're doing 80 miles an hour, no brakes is the crazy thing about it. Brakes are illegal in that class.
Yeah. You've actually had a couple of superstock drivers in the past too. You even jump on as a rider on there, didn't you, one time?
Quite a few of them have had a go at swinging and riding, in actual fact. Yeah. They only do it once, I think, and say that's enough.
That is it. You give credit where it's due to those guys who turn up to entertain the crowd, and that's what we're going to see in a couple of weeks' time. I suppose the other question that's been big in a lot of people, and I can see it here in the comments, with the 12 teams in the format that's going to run, how's it going to work? It's a points format?
It's points again, yes, and then the top 4 or top point scorer from each group will go through to the semi-finals, and the second top goes through to tier 2 semi-finals, and the highest point scorer from tier 2 can run off against the highest loser from tier 1. It takes a bit to get your head around it. It's explained in the program the best we can, but we've found that that's worked over the last few years, and it's one way of getting 8 teams through to the final night.
Awesome. Look, it's not going to keep every fan happy, but you just got to live with it and get down there and get out there and support your team that's going to be out there on the track. And we're going to catch up with a few of the drivers over the next few days. Coming up real soon, we've got a couple of drivers from the Glen Eagles who'll be joining us. We've got a driver from the Scrappers and 2 drivers from the Wanganui Warriors who'll be joining us later on in the show as well. Bruce,
Right.
tickets are available. Get on there now, Ticket Tech. Make sure you get your tickets. And look, I'll tell you what, in a couple of weeks, the fans will be rolling down to Palmy.
Oh, they will be. Yep, they'll be coming from about Wednesday onwards. There's still camping. We'll be allowing camping out on the grounds, rugby grounds out behind the grandstand. This year, the entrance is through Haskell Street, not Oakley Street. Normally, we come in through Oakley Street, the little short street off Featherstone Street, but you go along another street and come up Haskell Street and then come in behind the big stadium there and then make your way through to where the camping will be.
Well, that's good to know. That is too, because there'd be probably a few that go every year and camp and would probably still try to go down Oakley Street. So
yeah, exactly. No, the entrance now is in through Pascal.
Oh, very good, very good.
And especially for those who are returning back to the event, who've been yearly turning up there, someone turn off the street and go on park on the grass. It's all changed. You'll see all the signage, I would guess, and everything will direct you to a safe parking just to make sure that you get safely into the event to be part of the 2-night spectacular. Look, just quickly, I'm going to whiz through a couple of people here. Richard and Trudy Aldridge. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Chris Bailey, shout out to you, Chris, mate. How you going? Ben Austin, g'day, mate. Dave Thomas, a regular viewer. Yes, they will be available for a replay as well. Scott Honeybone down in the south. Hey, Scott, good to see you on here. Peyton Wilson, Cameron Hearn. There are just so many people here that are watching the show, and it's a pleasure to have you on board. Welcome to Cockpit Media. We have started nice and early. Traditionally, we're on a Wednesday night, 7:30, but because of teams in a couple of weeks, we've decided to do a team special. And Craig, you just got to mention Garage 16. We've got some wonderful prizes available.
Oh, absolutely. Garage 16 and the new owners of the Dirt Track magazine, New Zealand Dirt Track magazine, have given a prize package away tonight. We'll be giving one away.
I think I've lost you.
Eh? Oh, you've lost us, have you?
We can still see you there, Bruce.
Can you hear us, Bruce? No, he's playing. He might come back. I'll carry on while he's trying to get it. But we have a package available. So I put up on our Facebook there what the package contains for people to would probably look at best question or something. It could be anything that we choose tonight that has a title for the giveaway.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Craig. Sorry. Just going to quickly jump in here. Look, thank you for these comments. For some reason, we've lost sound. So no one can actually hear us. Audio volume, guys. No sound. Can't hear you.
Wasn't it?
Let's go through to see if we've got
some. That was earlier, I think, Reno.
Okay, that's all right, mate. Yep. Carry on then.
Yeah. Bruce here. Have you finished with me?
Oh, we got you. Okay, just one more thing, mate. Before we let you go, what's one of your favourite memories of Teams Champs, mate, over the years?
Oh, that's putting it on me. I don't know. I guess it's the Panthers winning, and they've done it plenty of times, so there's no more than any other. But yeah, it's been a great event year after year, and I just enjoyed every Teams Champs we've had.
All right,
that's
since
awesome.
It started back in 1981.
You're a legend, mate. I endorse Steve Emmett's comments about you and what you do for the sport. So you're a true legend. You're an ambassador, and we appreciate what you do down there in Palmerston, what you're doing around the other tracks as well. And it's good to see you. I do thank you for your time to join us with your busy schedule. All the best, Bruce, and we look forward to seeing you down there, eh? Thank you.
Good one. Thank you.
Awesome, mate.
Best, guys.
Cheers. Thank you. Yeah, true legend there, Craig.
So just waiting for. Sorry, kids. I was going to say that Harley Rob needs to come in.
All right, he can't be too far.
Malcolm needs to give him a hurry up or something, maybe.
Hey, thanks everyone for the comments. I've just been scrolling through my phone. I was too busy listening to Bruce comment away and talk about how things would roll over the couple of weeks. So yeah, we are back up and going. Richie Nicotta watching, Chris Bailey, Peyton Wilson, James Freeman, cheers KJ mates, and everyone saying thank you. The volumes are all good. DK Sean Kingy. Yeah, Brad Wright wants a ride in the 1P tank one day. Steve Palmer, evening on. How you going, mate? mate, and good to see everyone on board here supporting the show. So just waiting for Harley, Rob, and Malcolm Reid to join us. They are the two special guests from the Christchurch Glen Eagles. So,
well, we could probably do we think we bring Malcolm in while we wait for Harley to stop eating the pie or something? And
Harley be doing his hair up, mate. He'll be doing his bloody hair up.
Oh, here he comes now. Here he is. We're just waiting to see a camera. Hang on. He's not popped quite in yet. I'll bring Malcolm in. There we go, people. We're going to bring in Malcolm Reid for us to come join us as well here. There we go. There's
shit, we're on.
Hey.
What's happening?
Hey, mate, we're just waiting for Harley to kick in. So I don't know why he's got no. I'll bring him in, see if it kicks his camera in, shall I?
Yeah, while you're doing that, we'll see how he get on. We don't want to see something out of the abnormal with Harley. We'll see how he's going. But Regan,
he's always late to the party.
Oh, he's always late, mate. Regan, hey, good to catch you, Regan. We'll get you all shined up on the top there, mate, when you join us a bit later in the week on Thursday. Also, Tony Huranui, Big H, cheer the bros. Cheer, Big H, good to have you. And newbies joined us. Oh,
he's in the toilet. Look at
He's in the bloody toilet, mate. Look at it.
It's a bit laggy. What's he done?
Oops, he's disappeared. Oh, there he is.
This is the fun of live, people. So there you go, Harley Rob. Can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, I got you now.
Oh, there you go. You might have to check that camera setting again. It might have been switched back to 480. See if that's back on the 720 for you, and that might bring it up and stop it being so jittery.
Oh, how's that?
There we go. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Has it come right? It's a little bit laggy. You must have a less. The internet can't be as good at your office as it is in the warehouse, mate.
No, I have to look out the back.
What did he say? What did you say, Harley?
I might have to walk back.
There you go. I'll walk back out there. You go back out there. We'll talk to Malcolm.
Okay.
There you go, mate.
It's fun, eh? Look at that.
Yeah.
Better than that on the weekend, eh?
Oh, hell, mate.
It was
Anyway,
working perfect before, but that's what happens with technology. You got to love it. It's unfortunate. There you go. Oh no,
It's good. It's a good thing he's a good driver, eh? You know, he's a better driver than he is with a phone. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that, mate. And I see Tracy Vincent. We'll ask him, Tracy, is that a mullet? We'll just wait for him to pop back. No, not you, mate. No, talking about old Mr. Harley there.
Oh, hey, yeah, he's definitely rocking the mullet. He's from the south, you know that.
Yeah. Malcolm, thank you for taking time out to join us on our Cockpit Media Team Special. Appreciate your time, my friend. We can see heads of posters and helmets. I'm guessing Rally Day helmets there. We'll touch on some of that, mate. But we'll get into talking the teams thing. I'm not too sure if you caught Bruce Robertson talking about the event as well, the big event coming up in a few weeks. He explained how everything's going to work. Scrutineering will be down at the pits, so make sure you rock on down there and do what you do your selfies, as he says. Go and catch up with that man there. Here he is. I can catch up with the two of them and do a couple of selfies. He's back. Can you hear us, Harley?
I got you now.
you just have to stand still, mate, to let the camera catch up.
Are we there?
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah, can you hear us?
It's always one, eh?
Yeah, I got you now.
Yeah, right. Just
that's way better now.
Yeah, Tracy, he does have a mullet. Anyway, Malcolm, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Hey, looking forward to teams. The brother Harley there's obviously busy working. At least one of us is working, so we're pumped. The Eagles are pumped, man. We've got a good team, same as last year. This year we've brought in Lloyd. And he's been going bloody good at Woodford Glen. So we've got a good solid team, and the boys are pumped. Simple as that.
Yeah, I bet you. Are you there, Harley? Can you hear us and got us nice and clear, mate?
Yeah, I got you now.
Awesome, mate. Yeah, you just keep still there and start looking at those other websites, and you'll be nice and fine, my friend. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, look at this. Peyton Wilson has already put a comment here talking about the Eagles, his first team meeting with the Wanderers, eh?
Oh, Mike, yeah. I did race for the Wanderers. Originally a Waikato boy. Have lived down here south for coming up 4.5 years. So, got the call up from Natai probably 2 years ago now. And he's like, why the hell have you got an H when you live down here? And I was like, fair point. So, changed that H to a C and never looked back now, knowing Jaden and Sauce for a long time as well. So when they were in the team and they're twisting your arm as well, and had met Harley and had a few drinks and stuff like that, at the local bars and things like that, twist my arm as well. All the boys twisted my arm, and next one I've got a C.
Oh, before you know it, you're in there with the C, and of course you're in there with the Glen Eagles, and he's smiling there, staring at us, and everyone's going, "Look, it's a pixelated Rob from Sean Kingy." Hey, pixelated. No, you're all good, mate. You can hear us nice and clear, though, Harley.
Yeah, I've got yous.
Yeah, cool as, mate. Look, how good is it to have Malcolm in your team, mate? With what he brings, and we've seen what he does on the track out there at Palmy.
Nah, it's bloody good to have him, actually. It's hard to get him to stop jumping around and trying to hype us all up. That's the hardest part. But no, he's a good asset to have, and we don't want him to go overseas rallying,
Yeah, I know that. We're going to touch on the rallying in a second there about Otago too, Malcolm. But Harley, mate, how long you been doing the teams thing now? How long you been doing that for? A few years, eh?
Yeah, I've done a lot of stock car teams racing. I've only done, this will be my 5th year super stock teams racing. So I've done multiple stock car teams races, teams champs and stuff like that. But this will be my 5th year super stock racing.
You love it, eh? You live for it, eh?
Oh, there's something about it. It's something special.
Yeah. Can you nail it for us, Harley, just for the fans who are watching? What makes this so special and what makes it special coming up to Palmy?
Oh, words can't really explain it, to be honest. It's just a different but. I'd rather teams race every single weekend than do the open race.
Well, he's going to fix your bloody car and everything, Harley,
Yeah, I've got to fix it.
Okay, mate. What about you, Malcolm? What's it like coming in the Palm? And we were just talking to Bruce beforehand, and as soon as you walk out your house, jump in your car or your truck or whatever, you get down to Palmy, it's already started, mate. The fans are already on their way to one place, and it doesn't matter what team it is, but if you pass them on the road and their trailers and whatnot, you see them go, beep, 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 yeah, Palmy teams, bring it on. What's that like, the hype for you, Malcolm?
Oh, I spent many years sitting on the other side of the fence there, as a fan, watching every team, cheering for the ones you like and the ones you don't like. And any team that wins, you've got to take your hat off to them. Yeah. But to now be on the other side of the fence, yeah. And as you said, I do the rallying. There's nothing quite like, though, no other motorsport in the world where you go out with another group of cars to try beat the other group of cars. And the brutality of it, the mindset of it, it's short, sharp. You're right there in front of the fans. You get instant recognition. You put someone up the wall, and you've got 18,000 people cheering right there in front of you. You can't really put that into words, as Harley said. So, what was that, Harley?
Is that what happened when you put me up the wall last year?
Well, that was quite embarrassing, but luckily that was more because Asher took me to take you, so we know what happened there. Yeah, but yeah, you kind of can't put into words that sort of feeling. The overall aspect of every part of it. It's more than just racing. We all love spinning laps on a Saturday night, like Harley said, but to go teams racing, there's just that next level. You're out there with your mates. You're out there to try to stop your mates half the time. It's just, it's words can't really describe it.
What's it like for both of you when you're doing the grand parade? How's that feeling? You're getting out in front of those fans, because, like you say, it's different to your rallying where you don't sort of get that up and close and personal with your fans. But the both of you, Harley and yourself, what's it like getting out there on that grand parade? I mean, the hype from that grand parade's huge, isn't it?
Yeah,
definitely. You've got the fans there, and you've got that instant recognition. You've got for example, our club promoter, old Steve Lennon, sitting there in the crowd, and he's on his feet. So you got Steve-O there, like going ape shit, put it bluntly. And that's a cool feeling, because at the end of the day, you're representing Woodford Glen. You're representing him. You're representing the South. So I'm sure Harley agrees with that, because he is Southern born. I'm not, but he's born and bred down here. So for Harley, it's probably even more special representing the South.
Your thoughts, Harley?
Yeah, no, like you said, it's massive. Representing your home track is just something special. And being a Christchurch born and bred lad, it makes it even more special. That year we won it, that was just massive, just for Christchurch in itself.
Yeah.
And I suppose there's a bit of extra pressure put on you guys because the reality of this over the recent years, you're the only Southern team that's represented at the Nationals, or at the big Superstock teams, and maybe at the Nationals as well up in Auckland. But, mate, you're representing the whole bloody island for yous.
Yeah, there's that aspect of it too. We're trying to get Nelson to get a team back together, but sadly they don't have the numbers like they used to.
Yeah, it's died a bit way a bit there, hasn't it, unfortunately?
So what actually holds your team, the nucleus of the success of the Glen Eagles, to turn up year in and year out? What really bonds their team, aside from the drivers knowing each other, being good mates, racing at the Glen, representing the people? What is the real strength of their team? I'm guessing one is Malcolm Ngātai, but what is it, racing for your club?
Yeah, there's definitely Malcolm Ngātai is a big factor there. He puts a lot of time and money into it. Like myself, I wouldn't be in a Superstock if it wasn't for him. And the likes of Malcolm Reid, he helps him out, and Jaden for that instant. He's put a lot of time and effort into us boys, and it's just a team environment. Like, we all get along, drink, we all have a laugh, and just the bond the boys have together. We know we're all going to put 120% in, and that's what makes the team. You get told a job and you do your job, and that's how you get the results.
Yeah, totally. I got Regan O'Brien with a comment here, mate. Ha ha ha, reverse pullouts, Malcolm, you know the ones.
Yeah, Auckland 2019, first ever teams meeting. Wheel came off after I got put on the wall, and I'm sitting there facing the wall, head first. I look straight up, and here's old Regan O'Brien giving the thumbs up. And he knew exactly what I was going to do. So, yeah, pluck, reverse, and pull outs, And that's the thing. If you're prepared to put it on the line for your club, your team, your province, that's what teams is about. It's not go out there and wave the flag in the parade. Yeah, the parade's cool and all that. The hype of the parade does get you going. But I think the idea that you can do something and go on to win, you can go on to put on a show, is what drives me, to win for your club, or even last year to get second, that was huge too. A game for Christchurch, their third final in what, 42 team champs. We haven't been in many finals, but we like being in those finals, and that's the plan for this year.
Exactly. And your sentiments be the same there, Harley, because I've seen many years the Christchurch team come up and try to give it their all. I remember the days when the old Black Beauty used to rock on up with Malcolm back in there, the old truck, and there's some good memories about that. But your sentiments, Harley, be exactly the same as Malcolm, eh?
Yeah, mine pretty much exactly the same. Back in 2005, I think the Glen Eagles got second. My uncle was in that team, Graham Keats, and I've got one over. I can say I've won it, and I've got second. So we're going for the win again this year.
Good on you. Good on you. Scott Honeybone, I know he's a big supporter of you guys. Scott always watches our show, and good to have you on board, Scott. Up the Eagles, 41C, 991C as well. Also, Chris Bailey, who's watching the show at the moment. Let's go, Sauce, 557C. You got a lot of support. Huggies, all right. Let's talk Huggies Holtham. Who would win? Who would win in the mini stock runoff?
Oh, not me. I've never driven one. I've never driven one. So it'd be out of those boys.
Cool. You would have raced alongside with the Huggies. I remember Huggies coming up and he had a tank in the Glen Eagles a few years back, eh?
Oh, yeah. Ironically, it's a good story with old Huggies. I brought a trailer off him. I've now sold him a trailer. And yet one of my first teams races for Waikato in the stock car grade was against Canterbury at Gisborne. And Waikato did win on that occasion. So it was quite funny. This, I just sat there and just took it. And now Huggy's like, oh, I'm so glad you've got a C on your car. So yeah, it's funny how, you go from being rivals so to speak. And I mean, even this this coming teams champs, we're up against the Scrappers there, for example, with Tyler Walker. Well, he was in our team last year, and now we're going to go to battle with him. So Speedway and teams racing has that really unique, characteristic to it where it's left on track. You race these guys on track, whether they're on your side or not. But you'll take them off the end, even if it is your mate. So, and at the end of the day, they understand what you're doing. You understand what you're doing. And it's just about, you just want to do the best and win for yourself. So, put on a good show for the fans. The fans do pump you up. 100% they pump you up. There's not many sports where something happens and you can hear 18,000 people going apeshit.
Yeah, you're totally right. Harley, you'd be the same, mate. The fans just get you amped and get you going, and the importance of the fans means so much, especially when you think where they've travelled to over the years that you've persevered and you got there, you've had a second, you've won a teams champ. Mate, the fans are just it.
Yeah, definitely. The fans are massive. It might be a little bit different this year with not having the scrutineering in the square. That brings a lot of hype as well. 2 different sceneries, and now it's all going to be at the track. Sort of the fans, they sort of leave the pub and come down the square and have a look and then go back to the pub. Now they've got to come to the track. So that might be a little bit different this year, but with COVID going on, it's just we're just got to deal with it. It's going to be massive. I can't wait.
Yeah, mate.
What,
at least, sorry, you go, Craig.
What do you guys think about your draw? With you got the Panthers and Scrappers both. What are your thoughts on those two teams? And
I'm not.
Are you happy at those two, or you?
You got to beat the best teams to win it. So coming up against the Panthers, we'll smash the P, as they say, and give it a good nudge, and hopefully come out on top. It's going to be a bit different this year with being in a group, so we won't have to try for the points, I don't think, like we've had to in the recent years. So it's going to bring a bit more mongrel to the teams, I think, this year.
Yeah. And you got the Scrappers, mate. You can give it as much as you want because Tyler's going to be joining after you guys. So go hard. Just give him hell, mate. I know you want to give it to him.
He's sitting there in the background listening to you, fellas.
Well, we're going to do the same tactics as last year then.
Yeah, because he was actually with you last year, and just got into it and jumped into a car, and now you're actually going to be racing you're going to smash the hell out of him, mate. Yes. We'll try to.
I was seeing Malcolm's car, so he still owes me for that. So. All
right.
Look, sorry, kids. Do you guys have anyone you want to come up to that you want to maybe give a payback to, or you'd like to wind off the end? Let's rack it up a bit here and see if you've got anything to say.
Last year, I'd love to get Malcolm back.
The last meeting at Woodford Glen, pretty much all 14 Christchurch cars had a bit of a play, and there was a couple of Nelson guys down too. And there were some hits going on, and you had a few good shots here, Harley. So we were getting some good teams practice.
We did watch that meeting.
In terms of wind offs or anything like that, I actually don't take anything in teams personal. As simple as that. Teams is exactly that. If someone got you, they got you. It's not. There shouldn't be a grudge in teams racing. Teams racing is you want to help your team win. It's not necessarily I'm going to get that one guy. So we all go out there and do our job to make the team win. But if you see a shot though, you take it. Simple as that.
Yeah, totally. And I suppose, at the end of it all, whatever happens on the track bloody stays on the track. That's where it stays. You get out, once the pit gate closes, you have a beer, you have a catch up, you're all mates, at the end of the day. If everyone has a grudge, well, that's their problem. They just got to build a bridge, get over it. That's racing. Leave it out there on the track. Paybacks will come around one day and just leave it on the track. Heaps of people jumping on board here, mate. Chris Bailey asking you, Malcolm, if he still has the Elmo or Cookie Monster suit.
I still have both of those. Well, did they need to make a comeback? I mean, that was when I was on the other side of the fence. So, this side of the fence, I don't need those. They're not FIA approved for safety.
Harley, did you ever be a spectator like Malcolm was in the years of racing before you hit the actual track?
Yeah, definitely. The last time I spectated would have been, I can't remember. I was probably that drunk I didn't want to remember it. That would have been 2017, I think, was my my last time I watched. I think 2018 was my debut, and we won it in 2019, I think. So, yeah.
Wicked. How good is that? From being pissed in 17, debut at 18, a year later, you walk away with that trophy. That's like a movie in its own self, mate.
Yeah, it was pretty unbelievable. As a kid growing up, you'd watch the team's champs back when I was a wee fella, and going, oh shit, that'd be the dream. Winning that, and then to do it, words just can't describe it. You're on top of the world after that. I don't know what it's like. I haven't won a New Zealand title or anything like that yet, but it'll be interesting to see the comparisons. I don't think you could beat it. It's a team environment to doing it individually. The team's just where it's at.
Awesome, mate. That's cool to hear and everything like that. Look, there's Lloyd Jennings, you two guys, Tom Cooper, who's the sixth driver, Sauce, Darragh Wallace, Jaden Ward. Your managers are Malcolm Natai, Ricky Bolton, Sean Pearson. Mate, that is a damn good team and a good lot of managers here with a lot of experience. You've actually got the Prez there as well. Who has a bloody Prez of Speedway New Zealand managing their team?
Yeah, it's a bit like that with those three as managers. I don't know about Harley, but I always find it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. You just got to work out which one's which. Some of the meetings, you're like, oh shit, sit down in that bus. Yeah.
So are you all travelling down together, all leaving the same time, travelling down together? Obviously, Jaden's probably already there, is he?
Yeah, I'm flying up. I fly up on the Friday morning, so I've got the lucky seat here. I think Malcolm might be going up in the truck.
Yeah, I like the truck journey. It's a good time to switch off and relax. Sit there, and when in your car's in the back. One of the other boys drives the truck. And same thing. Just like with the fans, we've got to commend the crews. The crews do a hell of a job at teams. They're rebuilding the cars. What would normally be a week job, they're doing it within an hour to make sure you're back out for that next team's race. Hubs, stubs, gearboxes, drive shafts, whatever, side rails, bumper corners, I go up with one of the crew guys in the truck. And just to switch off and relax. It's always nice to just sit back, get there and take it all in, Bit of that road trip, just think about where you're going and what we're about to do.
Awesome. You focus on the one job at hand, mate, and then that's going out there and giving it all. I notice Harley has cleared up extremely well on the camera. He is no longer pixelated. It's as soon as I started saying it's something about a movie, I knew. And then one of the movies you're into, mate, we won't talk about that. We'll leave that aside.
He might background.
Mate, you got a few fans here on board asking a few questions and just supporting you guys or what you do out there on the track and the crews, and your families, some of the sacrifice that goes in and we don't get to see all of this stuff, for the fans who just rock up. They've just been to the railway. They've had a few ales. They're half cut, stumbling along, get in the gate and they get a bit argy-bargy, sit down. They don't see what goes over the back in the fence behind the pits there, It's all that stuff, like you mentioned, Malcolm. The crews just do so much, but also families, the importance of them as you prepare to head up and get ready for this event in 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. I know Harley's got his boy there and things like that. It's hard to probably disappear for a couple of days away from families and things like that. I'm lucky enough; I don't have anything like that to worry about. But Harley does. So it definitely takes its toll on everyone. I know Lloyd's got he's got his little one as well. So does Jaden. And it's a lot of time, not just on event, but in the workshop as well. Like we're talking about, when you're in the workshops for multiple nights to midnight, you're lucky if you've got those partners and things like that taking care of the family side of things, which Harley, Lloyd, and all those other, and Jaden, and the boys have got, So me and Sauce are a bit more. We're a bit more free. We do what we like. But, those other three have certainly got, that side to worry about, which, we all support too,
Yeah, totally. Harley, mate, having your boy there, Mate, you must be so proud, and one day your boy might be out there doing what you do. Mate, that must be the coolest experience, eh?
Yeah, no, he's pretty mad for Speedway. He loves it. I pick him up from preschool on a Friday, and we go down the workshop and we're mucking around, and he's trying to start the bloody things up. And I'll probably retire when.
Yeah, that's awesome, mate. That's awesome. Hey, Jaden Quinn's just asked a good question here,
I was just
actually.
about
We've
to ask
talked
the
about,
same question.
yeah, the travel and prepared and everything, and we know the crews do all the work. What do you do mentally and physically to prepare for a brutal event like this? Malcolm?
Oh, myself, in terms of mentally, I do a lot of sort of, I might be giving my tricks away here. I do a lot of sort of thinking about situations, for example. So, for example, if someone gets on your back bumper, I sort of think, well, don't panic, don't lock up the brakes, control what you can control.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, these guys they're gonna hit you. You look in the mirror and here comes that blue car, black car, red car, whatever. These guys are going to hit you. So there's no point stressing, going, oh, no, shit, it's going to hurt. Oh, no, shit. Like, otherwise don't go out the gate. So I try to think about what I can do to control the situation.
Awesome.
So that's probably the mental side of it. Physically, probably just, get the water into you, stay hydrated, and just physically feel good. Get a good night's sleep. The more alert you are, same with rallying, the more awake and alert you are, then the better you're going to be. There's no point having a sleepless night or anything like that. So, that's my side of it. Harley's probably go out, have a few drinks, and he's a bit more, especially with that mullet, he's a bit more rugged than me.
Harley, what about you? What do you do?
That's a bit of an insult, Malcolm.
Oh.
I'm pretty. Like come teams racing and that, even with the stock car, they always give me shit. Everyone's in the car, getting amped up, and I'm still walking down, making sure the boys are all right in the car and what's on. But no, I'm generally pretty relaxed. I don't get nervous or anything like that, and I just have a few waters and a couple of bananas, and I'm away.
Okay, he says waters, Malcolm. We think it might be something else. Harley?
Nah, he's water. He's just water. And it's funny you mentioned the bananas because now he said bananas. I'm like, yeah, I've seen him eating bananas.
Good on you. Got energy stuff. Hey, Harley, just quickly, a superstitious type of question. This will be for you, Malcolm. Is there anything that you wear? Is there good luck socks, jocks? Is there anything that gives you a bit of good luck when you go racing?
Oh, this is a funny one. There's a couple of stories behind this one.
Okay.
I've got my lucky sponge that covers down on the old crutch belt. Brought a few people out with it, and they walk past, and I'm getting belted in and that, and I'll go, oh, have a smell of this, and they give it a sniff, and I've got a few people. It's been around the block. She's done a few years.
Do you wash the bloody sponge or what?
Oh, it's been
Do you wash it?
I haven't washed it since we won Teams Champs in 2019.
Oh, mate.
Lucky it goes down the front and not on the inside. It's just on the outside.
Oh, I'm just going to ask you that. I'm going to say, if you put it on the inside of your overalls, I was thinking, holy hell. And the guy looks in the car and goes, holy hell, man, Harley Roll's well endowed. Jesus Christ. Look at that bloody thing in there. Oh, there you go. There you go, ladies. That's why everyone loves Harley. See, there you go. You just proved it.
Sponge is that long.
Yeah. Malcolm, what about you, mate? What do you wear? What's the good luck that brings to you when you get ready for a race?
Oh, preparation, to be honest. Okay. I actually don't have anything sort of little gimmicks or anything like that. I'm a little bit like Harley, though. I do like just sort of chilling and relaxing and making sure the boys are good. Sitting on that dummy grid, I'd rather just sit there and just chill out rather than, you get the odd comments like, you're going to smash them? And it's like, well, no shit. Like, what do you think we're going to do? And that's what almost aggravates you to a point. So last year at Teams, I did actually put my headphones on and just listen to some music and chill out.
Awesome.
Just what you're about to go do, is pretty brutal. You don't necessarily need to be told you're going to hit people. So yeah, I just sort of chill out, try to, so to speak, and try to, as I said, like before, just focus on what I've got to do.
All right. Sean Kingy says to you, Harley, mate, and I'm not going to say the swear word. It sounds like duck. That's feral. That's feral.
I'll tell him to come over at Palmy and have a look. It's not as bad as it seems.
Yeah. Sean,
You
Sean,
might
if
find
you...
after tonight they all be coming to see you in the pits now to check it out, mate.
I might.
Oh, mate, Harley. There you go, Sean. If you're near Harley, go out there and I'll tell you what, you'll push it in your face and then you'll get stuffed after that. Mate, everyone's asking this question, Harley, and you get it asked all the bloody time. Every time you're on the camera, all the media people love you. And you know what I'm going to ask you. What the hell is the deal with the Love Harley Rob thing?
I think we were on the piss one night and the boys started chanting it, and then next minute World 240s, and there's a big banner of it up in the stand, and it's quite cool. But yeah, I don't know what started it or who started it. I think it just was one of those nights on the drink, and it went from there.
All right, mate. Good on you. I like your explanation around that. Just quickly, Malcolm, before we let you two guys go, how was the rally over the weekend?
Yeah, Rally Otago wasn't too bad. Navigating for Mike Young in a Subaru, which now with all the AP4s and R5s and the latest spec model cars is slightly older, but we still managed to get some top 3 stage times and things like that. A few mechanical issues, but yeah, good. Just good to be back rallying as well too. Same thing, COVID's sort of certainly taken its hit on rallying as much as it has on Speedway.
Yep.
And yeah, certainly from my point of view, I find the rallying helps the Speedway too. You know, I sit there and read my pace notes and things are out of my control. So when I'm sitting there and I see Jack Myers come up trying to hit me, well, that's out of my control too. But I'll make sure I'll try to control him.
Yeah, no, that's all good, mate. Look, we've had Hayden Patton. I know he done well down there as well. We've had him on our show a little while back. He's a true professional. Yeah. He's a well-spoken man. And coming up too, we've got Emma Gilmore joining us on the show.
Next Wednesday's Emma Gilmore. Yeah. We got her on.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Yes, a heaps are going on there. Now, all good, my friend. Plenty going on there. So, I do thank you both for joining us. I know our other guest, your former colleague from last year, he's just sitting in the waiting room there.
T Walker.
Yeah. You got any words you want to say to him? You want to stir it up, mate, before he joins us?
I'll just tell him to hold this year.
But we just lost him. He's just dropped out.
Oh, is he?
He's ran off scared already.
He's just dropped out. We lost him.
Yeah.
He's sitting there the whole time. We've just lost him. He should be back any minute, I hope.
Bloody Sean Kingy.
Oh, there he is. He's come back now. He can hear you now if you talk.
So Sean Kingy just quickly said, "Yeah, I'll give it a sniff, brother." Yeah, he's just talking rubbish. Oh, Krusty, Jeff McConey races with us online, mate. Yeah, he says you're just a hoon. You're just a bloody hoon.
Oh, man.
No, both yous actually, most probably.
Oh, of course, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and Tracy Vincent, I'll wrap this up with a lovely comment from Tracy Vincent. This pretty well sums it up with you two guys. Hats off to all drivers putting their body on the line to entertain us, the race fans. That is a comment that's legit from all the fans out there, and that just resonates with you two. With the way you've started our show as the first team officially on the Cockpit Media Team Special over the next few days. So I do thank you both for joining us, taking time out of your busy schedules. Safe travels up. I know you're in a plane, Harley. We'll catch up at the track and you, Malcolm, but all the best, and I wish you both all the best in a couple of weeks, mate.
Yeah. Perfect. Cheers for having us on here.
That's awesome. We thank both of you guys for your time. 100%.
Yeah,
no worries.
Cheers. No, thanks, guys. And Suck It Up Eagles are definitely looking forward to it. We're the South's going to rise. That's all I'll tell you.
Oh, I love it.
The statement's been made. That's it.
Hey?
Yeah.
Go the Eagles! Go the Eagles! Rock the Eagles! Cheers, guys.
Cheers, boys.
Awesome. Oh, a good bunch of guys there. They're a good bunch of guys. When you take a look at their team, Lloyd Jennings, Malcolm Reed, who we just spoke with, Tom Cooper, Daryl Wallace, Jaden Ward, and Harley Robb, who we just spoke with as our managers, Malcolm Nartai, Ricky Bolton, Sean Pearson. There'll be a tough team to beat. Every team will be tough. What you are listening to and watching on Cockpit Media is our team special. as we build up to the big event next weekend. Not this weekend, it's Easter weekend, but there is a big event down there at the track that hosts the teams. And you saw the draw, and it's just a pleasure to catch up with these drivers. And joining me is Craig Booker, my mate. I'm Reno Wilkinson, Booker Online. He does our commentary with our E-Series every Sunday. He is the voice that gives it all of it right through these into it. And I'm just the guy that sits here and races and also talks to all of our guests who are on our show every Wednesday at 7:30. We're going to continue on, Craig, with our next guest who joins us.
Yep. Just before we do that, I just want to hang on, I better get rid of that as well. There we go. And just before we do that, I want to put a big thanks again out to Garage 16 Media, who support us and support our show and our racing, and they're putting up that great prize pack that'll be given away tonight at some stage. We'll probably release the winner of the prize pack either at the end of the show, or after the show's finished, we'll post something up that you're a winner. So keep the questions coming in, and we'll look at everything and we'll find ourselves a winner for the great prize packs from them. So, oh, look at that. There's our Bopper. Oh, good to see Bopper come on. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, so let's just after saying that, let's bring in Tyler. And see how he's getting on. Here we go.
There we go, eh? There's Tyler right smack in the middle of us. How you going, Tyler Walker?
Good, mate. Good. Not too bad.
Awesome, mate. Hey, I do thank you for joining us and being part of our Cockpit Media Interview at 10 Special Builder. No doubt you would have caught some of that. Your former mates from last year, and, you know, they're both giving it to you, mate.
No, well, mate, they're a pretty good laugh, mate. So after last year, no, it was pretty cool to be a part of what last year was with them. So that was awesome.
Straford, many years you've done in your stock car. I know the success, everyone's bloody chasing you, mate. You always had a single digit on there. Then not that long ago, you went back and you made a transition to super stocks. And if I remember rightly, last teams, was that your debut at Palmy Teams?
Yeah, first ever time being there after going there for many years watching. So it was definitely, it was a pretty big eye-opener compared to, I don't know, just how things are done in the stock car class. So even just, you know, things at the square, and even just a lead up to, you know, having your cards on display and the merchandise and all that sort of stuff, even just before the square and stuff like that. It's it's on another level. It's pretty unbelievable.
Awesome. Already people are commenting, mate. Look, they're in the chat, so I'm not mean to be rude. I'm just looking at some of the messages here on my phone.
We're not ignoring you when we turn left and right, by the way. We're both looking at everything else.
All these messages, so we keep acknowledging these people, the fans who jump into the show. Richard and Trudy, up the Scrappers. Yeah, good on you. And everyone has their fans. Yeah, that's exactly what you want. Mate, you were the man that drew the short straw out of the hat and had to come and talk to us. What's the deal? What's going on with the other boys?
The other ones are turning into little girls, I think, to be honest, mate. No, no one wanted to face up. So, yeah, I definitely drew a short one. So, but no, it's awesome what you guys are doing, you know, trying to promote next week. So, no, it's cool to be here.
Yeah, no, thank you for that nice comment, mate. And I know you're always used to talking to media. I know Bianca talks to you a lot about the pits and everything. You're the go-to man, and you seem to adapt to media and don't mind having a bit of a chat. Stock car teams, first and foremost. You've done many years, and you've been successful in your own right in your stock car. How do you rate the stock car teams back in the day?
Pretty up there, eh? You know, that's probably the same as what Harley said. You know, if you could do that every week, that's what you'd do. It's just it's a hell of a buzz. So, individual, it's awesome, but when you can pull a group of 5 guys to win something big, it's a bit bigger than just an individual title. So it's it's a lot of hard work, but it's definitely worth it when you get it. It's cool.
Talking again, mate, you're a cool driver, you're calm, and you just know what you're doing when you're on the track most times. Some people just had enough of you and want to take you to the wall or put you up or do other stuff and just get you had enough of you. Because, mate, you were dominant in your stock car for years. You were riding it well, driving it well, and every bloody thing. You had some real tough competition around you.
Yeah, that's just get used to what you've got, sort of thing. The car, I pretty much had a Keith Gill for bloody 5 or 6 years or whatever it was, and I don't know, it just suited my driving style with even just the brakes and just the setup and everything. It was just they're fun cars to drive. They're challenging, but they were fun, and it just suited my driving style really. So sort of probably led to a lot of my success over the last few years. That's for sure. Even teams racing and stuff like that. You know, being able to put the car wherever you want it, it's pretty awesome. So, but the super stocks are definitely another challenge above that. So.
Yeah, I bet they are, mate. I bet they.
Yeah.
So, are you like most young ones, mini stock first and stock car, or how did that all work?
Yeah, I've done 3 years. I think it was 3 years in youth mini stock. And then mum and dad wouldn't let me go straight into a stock car, so I had to do a year in adult mini stocks, and then then we got into stock cars from there. So I think we've done 10 seasons in a stock car. So yeah, finally made the transition. So.
Yeah, and I'm guessing you made your transition too. You were pretty well in the deep end with the Christchurch Glen Eagles, you know. Mate, what was that like? How did that all happen? The phone call from, I'm guessing, one Mr. Nartai, and before you know it, you're in the big show at Palmy.
Yeah, I was I said something to Jaden probably before the start of the season, you know, just ripping the piss a little bit, and then I think it was like a week and a half out or something like that before the event, or 2 weeks, I think. You know, just got a message from Jaden and sort of thought he was ripping the piss a little bit, and then Malcolm rang me and I was like, holy shit, like, you know, it's all go. So I definitely, you know, probably threw myself in the deep end a little bit, you know, but unprepared myself. But it is what it is, and it was a bloody cool experience and good to get one under my belt.
Yeah, mate, you're not going to turn an opportunity when it's handed to you like that, mate. And on the big show, as it is in Palmy, mate, what a debut. What a way to put yourself out there. And, you know, you're in there. And what was that whole hype like? Because I'm going to roll into the Scrappers real soon. You know, just thinking what the two boys previously said from down at the square, the parade and everything. It's just madness. It's just buzzy.
Yeah, it is, man. Like, yeah, it's probably the longest day of your life, really. From you know, you probably wake up bright and early in the morning, like just can't sleep, sort of thing, and then you know, before you know it, you're dropping the cars off, you know, for display, and you're at the pub for a few hours, and then you got to load them back up, go to the square, load them back up, go to a track, and then have a track bloody all day signing sessions, and you know, bands and sorting the cars out, and the grand parade, and it's a non-stop day, man. It definitely wears you out, but it's probably the most incredible experience you can have.
Yeah, the two guys just prior to that said that as well. 18,000 fans going crazy at you when you're on the inside. Now you're at the Straford Club, mate. How important is that? Because I know you've been at 33 years and you've represented the club proudly. Now you're going to be doing it, representing a well-known name, mate, when it comes to super stock teams. You know, the Taranaki Scrappers, the Straford track itself. It's got a hell of a history.
Yeah, it's got a pretty big history. You know, it's always pretty cool to have a S on the side of your car. You know, just over the years with the Gladiators, Scrappers, and you know they were pretty much the hardest teams around. You know, they didn't really take too much shit. So it's a bit of a privilege to have an S on your car. And I don't know, the Scrappers they faded off a little bit with drivers and cars and stuff like that over a few years ago and stuff like that. But there's been a real good peak in the supers in Stratford now, and we've got some good top cars. We've got the best equipment, no different to anyone else now, and we've got some bloody good drivers coming through, and so it's we're still just building back up, So
yeah,
it's cool to be a part of that now, and hopefully we can carry forward a bit more and get back to what the Stratford used to be like on the track, So everyone used to come up to them and be like, shit, it was going to be a tough race. So if we can build the name back to what it was, it would be it's just about there. I think it's just a few little things we're doing on the track that's probably not clicking too much, but once they do click, it's going to be we'll be a hard team. So
yeah, hey, it was good that you had the opportunity your first teams last year with Malcolm. But is this year just a little bit more special for you, being that you're now representing your hometown and your home track rather than another track this year?
Yeah, probably. To me, probably the coolest thing is doing it in my own car.
Yeah.
Being able to build up what we've had over the years, and slowly build up on our car and everything, and finally get to our own car and be able to do exactly what all the big boys are doing. It's a pretty cool feat. So, and then just to be able to do it with the Stratford, it's pretty awesome to have like I said, have a S on your car and to be able to do it with the fellas who are at Stratford, it's it's definitely going to be a pretty cool experience. So
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking the legacy that Stratford UC Gladiators and the Taranaki Scrappers back in the day are some massive names and some very, very talented drivers and the experience that guys have had in teams and let alone in solo racing. Do you see them around the track at all? Do they come and give you a bit of advice, Do they share their knowledge?
no, we don't really see too much of them, to
Okay.
be honest. But no, it would be pretty awesome to I think there's still a couple of guys that hang around the team a little bit, but you don't see too much of them. But it's probably 20 years before, I don't know, 15 years sort of. I was probably still in nappies when they were racing, so they're probably over speedway a little bit now. But you do see a few of them floating around here and there, and that it is pretty cool. So.
All right, mate, let's talk about the actual 10 that's been selected for the big event in a couple of weeks, mate. Off the top of your head, I might be putting you on the spot here. Can you run down the team?
So we've got Shane Denham, 37S. We've got Hamish Booker, John Sun, Carl Shearer, 71S, and who was the last one? My memory's terrible. I've definitely done too many teams races.
No, that's all good, mate. I'm just going through the Facebook page to see if I can help you out here if they've got the naming of the team.
Oh,
but
Blair. Sorry, Blair Eulenberg.
yeah, but Blair Eulenberg, that's the one. Yeah, that's. I'm just trying to think. I knew there was a Eulenberg, and there's a legend name when it comes to the track and the Booker name as well. And the list just goes on. It's just really cool to talk to you here. And Dave Thomas, actually, who always watches our show on a Wednesday night, 7:30, Garage 16. Yeah, you're right, mate. They are legends for New Zealand Speedway. And Craig Booker, just to reiterate, we've got a lucky prize we're going to be giving away.
100%. Yeah, well, the Garage 16 team has made up a prize package for us to give away, which you'll see on our Facebook there. If you look up a couple of posts, you will see that you're going to get I can't remember what it is now. Look at that. How bad is that? I should have that all ready to go, shouldn't I, Kins? I'll scroll up myself. I've got enough screens here. I should better tell everybody. So with the prize pack tonight, you're going to get a New Zealand Dirt Track Racing magazine, the Teams Edition. Now, that's going to be Garage 16's first edition out that they've done. It's going to be all about teams. As well as that, you are going to get an NZ T-shirt. And some Garage 16 dust-proof glasses, which are perfect for watching the Speedway. And they call it a gaiter, so it sort of wraps right around you. You'll see it in the picture there. So keep your questions coming for these guys, and showing us your support to the teams you love. So and we'll be able to give that away to somebody soon. So
yeah, no, that's cool.
So right. So how do you prepare, Tyler? How do you prepare in the week building up to teams, mate? Is there anything special you do, or do you have any special things you do before you go racing?
Nah, never really anything special, to be fair. I just like to chill out as much as possible, to be fair. I hate being frantic, which has sort of caused me a bit of shit at the track. I'm always bloody just about missing races and everything. But just a bit of prep on the car and try have everything done majority during the week, just so we can sort of cruise a little bit on Saturdays and stuff like that. Just to just relax and just chill out really. But yeah, nothing too crazy or anything special or anything like that. So
is it every night in the shed that build up into teams? Is it checking and double checking, or you get it all done and then sit back and relax?
Generally we try and do a few nights a week before team sort of thing. But having the long weekend this weekend, we'll be into it and pretty much try bang away on it. Dad actually had the day off today, so he's cut all the sides off the car and he's been into it. So I'm pretty lucky he wasn't at work today and he was stuck into it. So it's a pretty big bonus for me. So
yeah, well, I suppose it's all got to get all the new signage now, doesn't it, for that team's weekend? And do you have a meeting this weekend? Are you racing this weekend anywhere?
No, mate. No, we had Taranaki Champs last weekend, and then we pretty much rip the car apart and go through it and re-steel it and pretty much prepare for. Ideally, you need almost a couple of weeks off to you go through everything properly and prepare properly. You don't really want to leave anything behind. So it should be all set hopefully.
Awesome, mate. Awesome. Got a question here from, it's a good question actually. Alson Tiwani writes, which team did you support growing up? You better say the right one. You better say the right one.
Probably the Scrappers. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I've always been around it, but I've never really got into it hard out. Probably, I don't know, I used to really like the Busters, just because of Rodney Wood.
Yeah.
They were always like one of my favourite teams. So, but yeah, obviously, Scrappers, being born and bred in Stratford, so it's always, definitely been the Scrappers.
Awesome, mate. Awesome. I think Peyton, I saw a question, my phone started ringing before, my family trying to get a hold of me and whatnot, but I think I saw Peyton Wilson. I said, you play rugby? Are you playing just out of the Speedway thing? Are you playing rugby?
I play a little bit of thirds just for, I don't know, just for a bit of fitness really, and piss around. So whenever I get a chance, so I don't know. I'll see what happens this year.
All right, mate. And let's talk about fitness. How do you prepare yourself body-wise and mentally, physically, very similar to what we asked the two boys earlier. How do you prepare yourself for, is it different in teams racing compared to just normal racing?
No, not really. The only thing I do different, whether it's an individual or teams championship, is just try and drink water, because I never ever drink water, and that, generally it's a hot day or something, and I'm screwed before the meeting even starts. So just try and drink a lot of water on that week, and that's about it, mate. Just eat shit food, and that's about it. So yeah, there's nothing special.
Yeah, and then you have anything special that you wear? And don't tell me you got a sponge like bloody Harley Rob.
No.
What do you got, mate? I
wish I had something fun, but nah.
Mate, what about family and all that stuff? How much and how important are they to you in your racing?
Like you, Jay. Like Dad, he puts it's pretty much Dad's life now. He loves it, so I would be pretty well screwed without him. He's pretty incredible. Dad's always, he's been my number one, and Mum's always there as well, supporting. So that's awesome to have them with me. So, and obviously my partner Josie and everything. They're always a massive help.
Awesome, mate. Well, we've got a couple of other gentlemen who will be joining us very soon. If you're just tuned in, Tyler's just moving things around. Welcome along to the Cockpit Media Team Special as part of our build-up. Yeah. Oh, you still there, mate?
What's he done?
What have you done? You haven't fallen over. Harley hasn't rolled you by any chance by my accident, has he, or Malcolm? Welcome on to Cockpit Media, everyone. We started earlier catching up with the man, Bruce Robertson, to tell us how things are rolled. If you didn't catch it earlier, scrutineering will be done down at the track. There's plenty of space down there. They'll get things going underway at around 12:30ish. You'll see all that information over the Facebook page. That'll keep you up to date there. So she's all go there. I think we may have lost him for a little bit.
I think we might have, mate. I don't know what happened there. He just something might have happened. He had to take off quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, something popped out there abnormal.
That's a shame, but that's okay. Yeah. We've still got two more guests sitting there in the green room, shall we call it?
Yeah, that's the one. So she is all go. For those, don't go down to the square on the Saturday. That will not be happening down there. It's all down at the track. The autograph session, the selfies with the drivers, everything will be down at the track. So make sure you get along there as well. And just a reminder, there are different entrances for those who will be camping at the track. But with the whole makeover of the new complex, thanks to the Palmerston North Council down there, what they've done, they've invested millions. It's a real. Actually, you've been there, haven't you? You've been there recently.
To Palmy? Yeah. Well, I went there for at Christmas time, I think. Oh, no, when it was. Yeah. But yeah, it's amazing how they've done it. But it wasn't finished when I went either, so it is finished now. But look, get down there at the pits for the scrutineering and support those drivers and teams. I mean, they're coming down to put a show on for you. So go down there, show them the support. And like Bruce said, there's still tickets available because of someone's put bring back Tyler. We can't. He's gone altogether. Tickets available because of the COVID situation. But hey, shall we? Don't forget we've got our prize to give away. We've mentioned that a few times. We'll bring in our Wanganui men, shall we? Our two stars of the year.
Wanganui Warriors. Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Let's see how we go. We'll bring in Zane and Dylan. There we go.
So this here is the Wanganui Warriors who joined us. We've got the Capitan up the top there, Mr. Captain, and we got the poster boy down below. They're all looking pretty cool, eh? How you two going, gentlemen? You're all good?
Yeah, good. How you guys?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can we hear you?
Yeah, we can. Can we hear Zane? Say something, Zane. Hello.
Oh,
No, we can't. No, we can't hear you, mate.
We've got sound.
Keep playing around with the buttons, mate. Don't swear while you're trying to work it out, please. Or try not to anyway.
It says a network connection problem there, Zane, so it might pay just to go out and come back in, maybe.
Yeah, we'll suss that out.
If you can hear us.
Yeah, there we go.
You
He
can
might
go
be.
out,
Well,
come
we
back
got
in.
Dylan there.
So while we're waiting, we can talk. I'll let you talk to Dylan. I'll keep an eye on the background and what's happening, eh?
Dylan, mate, Dave Thomas just made mention here in the comment. Dave's been commenting quite a bit tonight, so good to have your comments coming in, Dave. Tracy Vincent to Tyler. You're all good, Tyler. Let's hope we get you back on sometime soon, mate. But Dylan, just for you, mate, over there now. You're from Hamilton.
Yeah, from Hamilton, sort of. Yeah, grew up here and made the move down to Wanganui, race for the V on the side of the car, so bit of a change up.
Yeah, you're H-Town boy. Sounds good, mate. Tracy Vincent says, hey, boys, Cody Miller, Dylan, that jawline, eh? You, eh? What? That jawline.
Can we hear Zane now?
Can you hear me now?
Yep,
yeah, we got you, mate. We got you, mate.
100% perfect. Look at that.
I just want to thank your manager for organising you two gentlemen to be part of this. First, just want to acknowledge your manager and for the work he's put into having you two gentlemen on the show. So you can say thank you to him and we'll catch up at the track in a couple of weeks. But, mate, Zane, Captain, eh, Captain?
I was a bit blown away when I heard about it too. So, yeah, hopefully I'll fulfill the spot properly.
Mate, the pressure's on, bro.
Oh, no, I can feel it already.
What was it like though, being named the captain? You know, you think you're representing a great club, Wanganui, you know, Ocean View Speedway, mate. That's a massive achievement. Congratulations on that. Yeah,
thank you. And no, it is. It's awesome club. Really honoured actually. It's just I was blown away when I heard about it. Didn't know what to say at first, but the first thing I said was thank you. But yeah, no, I was just really honoured to get named captain. I mean, it's only my second year into doing teams champs. It was my debut last season, and to get named captain with such a good group of guys, it's just it's awesome.
Yeah, okay, since you're the captain, mate, and already Scott Honeybones asked a question in the chat, please don't think that myself and Craig Booker are being rude when we're looking to our left or whatever. It's really our questions up here on this phone, you know. So that's all good. Scott Honeybone, what is the Warriors team for, who's in the team for Palmy? Aside from you two.
So yeah, me and old poster boy over here, and and then we've got Elias and Scott Duncan, and Max Holloway, and our reserve drivers, Kayla Mooney.
Wicked. All right, just going back to you, Dylan here, mate. Cody Miller. Yeah, tell us about it, Ray. You know what I'm going to say there, jawline, eh?
Well, I don't know about that, eh? Seems to be the only questions coming through, eh?
No, there's another one here, mate, from Liam Wire. Dylan is hot. You see that?
Mate. At least you got some fangirls out there, eh?
Oh, you got to have that, mate. And that today, let's talk about the fans, the importance of the fans. You know, Wanganui have been doing it tough for many, many years. You've got some big names that you've got to keep up the mighty V, fly the V proud. You know, there's the man who's the tank man, you know, Kerry Brzezinski, but there's just so many. Mate, you guys must be proud to represent your club.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those clubs that have got a lot of big names in super stocks as well as definitely in teams racing anyway. So big history behind it shows in the fans as well. We've got a lot of support every year. Even with the team naming that we've just done, everyone's already on the comments with the big support and things like that. So it's a great club to be a part of a lot of support everywhere. If it's on social media, at the track, yeah, love it really. It's good fan base, and yeah, love the club.
Yeah, awesome, mate. What about you, Zane, mate? You know that you're the captain for the team, mate. Be proud and, just representing your fans and everyone that does so much down there at the club. It'd just be a massive moment for you.
Yeah, I mean, the club itself, it is a small club, but it's a big, loving-hearted club.
Yeah.
They or like myself and Dylan, we obviously we're not from Wanganui itself, but we moved to Wanganui. But obviously, we wanted a change in what we were doing, and Wanganui has just become our home. We love that place, and we'll do anything to support Wanganui and do everything we can to take out team champs. Hopefully,
Mate,
Mate.
yeah, and everyone has a chance, to be honest with you, when you take a look at how things have unfolded over the years gone by. And Rotorua is a fine example last year. When you take a look at them, honestly, and what they
Yeah.
can achieve. So anything is possible. Anything can happen on the day, and you've got every good a chance as every other one that's on the track. So now, you guys will be out there, man. You'll be going hard. Down at the pits, though, getting ready for all the fanfare and everything. That's where it's all going to be done, the scrutineering. Not at the square. It's down at the pits. How important is that, Having the old I know, old poster boy would have selfies, but, just having photos, doing the autographs and everything like that. What's that like? How important are the fans to you?
No, I think that or like last year was my debut at Palmy as well, and
Yeah,
the fans played a massive part. Especially you get your car out. We get our cars out at the Cobb on the Saturday morning.
okay.
Park the cars out on the street, have a bit of a sort of a show of the cars, the first look anyway. Heaps of fans pile in there, and then it's drive the cars usually down to the square. A bit different this year being at the track, but yeah, so many fans around, and it pretty much it gets you, the adrenaline pumping pretty much right from the start. Gets you worked up, ready to get into it on Saturday. So
Be the same with you, saying, you got all the Dykstra hard out following you, mate, eh?
Yeah, no, it's pretty much the same as us. Like Dylan said, it's get the cars out at the Cobb there and showcase them to everyone, and the fans come down and have a look, and they love it, and then half of them are really drunk anyway, so and we just have a chat with people down there and things like that, and then we normally go down to the square, but obviously we'll be loading back into our buses and trailers and things, and shooting off down to the track, and once we get to the track, it's probably a little bit more relaxed. You probably kind of you have to relax a little bit because you don't want to get too anxious before the racing. So, but then you do the whole signing thing.
Yeah.
And everyone comes through. That's awesome for the kids and things, and the fans and supporters of every team. And give them a bit of a piece of the puzzle, a bit of a poster and a sticker and things like that. They love it, and I love seeing them happy about it, So. Yeah, it's awesome.
You guys are both pretty well nailed why us here at Cockpit Media, we're a show that does a show Wednesday, 7:30. We speak to motorsport drivers, from all over, actually. And this is what we thought about, was creating the hype, the build-up to this event in a couple of weeks, and getting to know you two drivers and the other guest drivers that we've had on previously, and for the rest of the week to know a bit about you guys, a bit about what happens behind the scenes and how you get prepared for teams, because it's hailed as the biggest event on the dirt, speedway, or even motorsport in that sense, as Bruce Robertson said earlier on, So it's a pleasure to have you guys on, and that's what our show's about. It's getting to know these guys as drivers, what goes on behind the scenes as well, and all that work. And really, to be honest with you, it's also about acknowledging not only you two, but your families, and also your crew, because how important are they to you, first saying, your family and crew?
Yeah, I mean, my crew and family, my wife, she lets me do it.
Yeah.
and also like my crew, they put everything into it, especially my dad. He puts his blood, sweat and tears into this thing. He does everything for me. I literally I wouldn't be racing without him, or my crew, definitely.
Yeah, these are the guys that do the hard work after you go up there and smash it up, mate, or you get smashed. You got to get your car back in, either on its wheels or the tractor's going to tow it back in or something like that. They get out all their machines and everything to try and get you back out for the next race. The crew put a lot of hard work in.
Yeah, and definitely, and like the family as well. So like you know, you have your crew, and then you have your family, and you come back after the first night of teams, and you know, you feed everyone, and you try and have a bit of a debrief and calm down a little bit, you know, and then get back into it for the next night. So yeah, I mean, it always helps having the whole family around, and being able to relay back to them, and you know, just take a bit of pressure off yourself a little bit, you know. So yeah.
Mate. Yeah, all put it. Same with you, Dylan. I know you're a young man, but you know, to have all the support of your family and your crew, it means so much to you, eh?
Yeah, definitely. I'll firstly like to say, cheers for putting this on. It's good to have a bit of a build up, and give
Thank
us
you.
the opportunity to sort of thank the crews and the sponsors and things. So yeah, cheers for that. But like you say, family, crew, pretty much the bigger piece of the puzzle is driving the car, you know. So especially your crew, and my old man's probably the biggest supporter of me, and pretty much is the reason I'm racing. So does everything for us. So yeah, definitely big thanks to him and the crews. Yeah, you get out after a race back to the trailer, and it's the crews, you know, doesn't matter who it is, if it's another driver, crew or anything, everyone's just into it. Wheels off the car, you know, it's getting fixed before I even step foot out of the car. So big thanks to all the crews that help out the wider Wanganui squad as well, not just our car.
I see Cheryl Harvey's put a good comment here. Cheryl, yep, best family orientated club, you know, and I have to say I have to share his sentiments. Yeah, awesome. And you know, you got sponsors too, because they put there is a lot of investment that goes into each individual team, and you couldn't do it without sponsors as well. They get you to the track and help every little bit of the team to hopefully get through to be successful at the end of it all.
Yeah, for sure. I've actually written down a bit of a list here of the sponsors.
Go for it, mate. You go for it.
In case you were going to ask something like that.
You go for it, mate, because those other fellas, all they were talking about was bloody sponges and stuff, you know.
I would just like to say a special thanks to the Cobb Elite Engineering, Ross Francis Panel and Paint, Hamilton Repairs Certifiers, Hessel's Poultry Farm, Action Drainage, Display Associates, Bull Pro, Jurgens, James Electrical, Wanganui Towing, CRV Equipment, Wanganui Reinforcing, Sharpers, and Wanganui Toyota.
Awesome, mate. Awesome.
Without them, we probably would be struggling when it comes to team champs. So they're a massive help for us to get out there and do what we love.
And that's exactly it.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Carry on, Books.
The sponsors are very important, aren't they, mate, to just to make sure that we can all go racing, you know, whether it be teams or each week in, week out that you guys race. I mean, you just can't do it without them, can you? I mean, people just don't. And let's say it, guys, you know, if you're out there and you see these sponsors on the cars, go and use these guys' sponsors. Give them support. By showing, you're only using their sponsors, you're showing them to go and keep supporting the drivers. And, of course, they'll keep going back and we'll still keep getting entertained. So it's very, very important, that part of it. I'm a big ambassador for the sponsors of the sport as well, because I think that they play such an important role that we forget about when it comes to racing, you know. So, but anyway, on to the next question. How do you guys feel about your draw? You got Auckland and the Rebels. You got the defending champions. You got to take out.
Yeah, well, it's we were actually we were both at Wanganui Speedway on the weekend when the draw was done live, so we were standing around and then saw the draw pop up. And when you get picked first to come up against the defending champ straight away is always going to be a tough one. But yeah,
you got to beat the best to be the best, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah, I mean, I see it. I see it like every team's got a chance, and every team's got plenty of talent. So if you can win, you know that's every team's going to be just as hard as everyone else. So
yeah, I think the amount of upsets that we everyone saw last year, and even at like Huntley teams and things as well, it sort of definitely opens everyone's eyes up that anything can happen, and it's not really a favourite on paper when it comes to teams racing.
Yeah. It's never a foregone conclusion when they come out the gate. The fans like to think it is. We all do. We get our team out there. I will beat these guys easy, you know, and then nothing.
Never happens like that, I don't think.
Well, you know, I'll be honest with you guys. When I saw that draw go up, honestly, I was like everyone else. That's bloody rigged. They rigged it. No, I'm just joking, guys.
Isn't that the saying every year?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's what Bruce
It
said
is.
too. That's what Bruce reckoned. You can't get everyone happy, can you?
The bloody Rebels, it's rigged, you know. We'll catch up with the Rebels in the next couple of days anyway. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Hey, Shane 51, Shane Duran, Dylan, how excited do you get to hiss it on a Saturday?
Yeah, that's always the key. Just go out and hiss it out the gate. Really,
You're not supposed to use that hiss it word.
One of your biggest fans is actually watching. He races with us, old Billy's son, Jason Coley's watching, guys. He loves you guys. He just loves it. Goes, go hard to the extras. He's into it. He's just loving it, mate. It's really cool. Tracy Vincent, yeah, just taking a look at the team that was announced. Yeah, we've done that one. Got through there. David Thomas, good to have a few Waikato boys in the team. Yep, up the V. Richie Nikora, who races with us. Richie, I tell you what, he is a staunch fan. If you guys couldn't make it tonight, Richie was going to jump in the seat to pretend to be a driver for you guys and talk to us. He was like, come on.
He wasn't really going to throw his phone out the window, reckon, so we couldn't get open.
Scott Honeybone says a good team. Good on you, Scott. They'll love that comment, mate. Keep those wonderful comments coming in. Yeah, Sean Kingy, DK. I know he wants to grab bloody Harley Sponge. DK, KP all day, mate. Kerry Produski. You know, when you got a name like a legend in teams. I've seen him put cars away up their fence, run them around the bloody wall until the end of the track and everything like that. He's a staunch V supporter, eh? You know, you got the likes of him and many others. Mate, you guys are doing it for those legends.
Yeah, we've got to try and back it up a little bit, I think. That's the hardest job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Shane Duran.
Those type of names within the club, and it's got a bit of pressure, but it's always good to sort of represent the V nice and proud anyway.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You know, Shane Duran, let's go on Warriors, let's go on Warriors. He had to put their bloody comment in there.
There is a good comment there too, Kins, that I think is very relevant. I've lost it now because people comment so quick. Look at that.
Yeah, so quickly. Al Santiwani.
Cheryl Harvey.
Oh, what's Cheryl
Harvey? Can you see that? She says underdogs have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
But everything to gain. Go hard. So there you go.
Yeah,
no, she's definitely a statement made, is there?
What's that? Sorry, I lost you for a bit there.
I said there was no true statement made by Cheryl.
No,
really,
no, definitely not.
No, I mean, definitely not.
We can only we can do the best we can, and yeah, I think Wanganui has been known as the underdogs for the last few seasons, and yeah, like last season we showed that we had potential, and we've kept I think the majority of our group that we started off with, we've kept them together as much as we could, and yeah, we'll just go out there and do the best we can, and hopefully we can only gain from there.
Yeah, mate, that's a key part, keeping that nucleus of that team and getting to develop and grow with each other, and you'll only get better and better, like everything, you know, it takes time. Elson Tiwani, come on, boys, pull out some Kerry O'Connor, 82 V back in the day. He's got a bit of magic there, so that's awesome. You know, it's awesome to see these people sharing these comments. Yeah, Charlie Bernstein as well, he was a big legend. Just so many, you know. Yeah, bro. It's just amazing what you guys are getting out there and do. And look, Mark Eagle, I can't remember seeing a car before racing. Yeah, Mark, mate, I know you always bloody lick it up, and I don't even know how you get in the bloody track to be half of the time mental. Always down the railway. I think the racing starts before you rise. That's like many people. It's like the fans, they come, they have a few of this. You know, they spend like, what is a ticket these days? 60, 70, 80 bloody bucks. Half of them sit there next year, you put them down asleep. You know, you paid them to come and have a sleep. You could have stayed home. But you know, everything's all the hype around the Wanganui team, mate. I'm excited to actually see how you guys go, and we've talked about your draw and everything like that. Let's talk about your cars, eh? How's the car looking, mate? It's going to be in ship shape. It's going to be all bloody welded up so it doesn't break to pieces.
Yeah, I'm quite fortunate. I have a second car, so
what?
My car has just been sitting in the shed waiting for the call up. So we don't have to do any steel work on it. It's just pretty much check everything 3 times over, and cross our fingers.
Your car's going pretty good though, eh? You know, it's bloody humming along, bro.
Yeah, no, I've that's the my individual racing car.
Yeah.
That's been flying. Our manager's been trying to convince me to use that one for teams racing, but I'm quite staunch on that. No.
Mate, it's been flying around. I thought to myself, wow, I'll check this one out. And what about yourself? How you prepping your car there, poster boy? All good?
Yeah, so
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
bit rough. He's a bit rough on you, eh? Hey, Dylan.
I got stitched up by camera.
He loves it.
Yeah. No, but yeah, we don't have the old two cars in the stable like. But no, we've actually sort of come into a bit of bad luck right before teams. It was Wanganui Club Day a couple weeks ago, 3 weekends ago. We got a bit of a pile up and put a crack through the block of the engine. So yeah, it was take the engine out last week and then send it off down to Lime Engineering for a bit of a rebuild. Lucky there's still 2 weeks to go because yeah, we just got the engine back and it's all hands on deck pretty much to rebuild this car, and gives a bit of an opportunity as well to check over pretty much everything. You know, we've got the clutch out, we've got pretty much everything out. Give it a good once over a check. It gives you a bit of peace of mind going into Palmy that you have checked everything on the car now. Yeah, put the engine back in and get the car all painted up, and we should be ready to go. But a bit of work to do before then. Like we've got 2 weeks.
Yeah. You got a long weekend this weekend, Easter.
Yeah,
then we're
long
going to
weekend.
answer. Yeah. Zane, just a quick question here from Tracy Vincent. You first, mate. What teams did you guys follow growing up?
Oh, that's a hard one actually. I kind of, when I was younger, I chopped and changed a little bit, as you do. You kind of choose who was the best one or the best looking car when I was a young kid, you know.
Yeah.
Who had the best graphics, but as I got older, a little bit before I started doing it myself, obviously, we kind of backed Gisborne because we sponsor Gisborne Giants, so we backed them 100%. For a few seasons there, but yeah, no, definitely. There's only one team now, and that's Wanganui.
So when you were that kid as the graphics, what car stood out for you when there was that graphically going? Can you remember?
Yeah, I actually, to tell you the honest truth, I did like the Wanganui because I always liked the skull look on the side of it. And it was either them or my dad was a real Straford Scrappers supporter back in the day. So I used to follow him a little bit as well.
Mate, show us your arm. Have you got the skull tattooed on there already? No, I'm just joking, bro. What about you, Dylan? What team did you follow as a young fella?
Mine was sort of just sort of growing up around Hamilton, the Waikato ways. The Wanderers. Wanderers back in the day. But I guess just mainly from growing up around here is I raced the mini stock at Huntley and things like that. So right from young, it's always been the Wanderers. But definitely now I've changed that to supporting the Warriors and all about it now. So.
Awesome, mate. That's awesome. Here I saying a young fella, and you really still are a young fella, aren't you? You're a young buck, mate. No, that's cool. There's Mark Crocott, who races with us online because we're an online community, is on a cockpit. Fluffy Crocott 73 Super Saloon. Here's a comment. He says, "Must say, you guys have got balls to do this stuff, you know." Literally. I thought I'd just share that in there, and here we go. So up the Dykestras. That's Jason Coley, mate. He just loves you fellas. You want to hear him, and he's just into you. That's cool. You know, no one can ride off the Wonga boys. You're right there, Sean. No one can ride off anyone at the teams champ. Anything can happen. The Mooney family, Evan Mooney, Cheryl Harvey. She's just so proud of you guys. You know, that's a big supporter there. Cam, look at that, eh? Oh, look, Cam, mate. Cam's jumped in here on the comments. You love the title. You love the title.
He stitched me up with this, and then he's all hidden behind the screen. Just
So what is there anything that you guys, that whole superstitious question that everyone gets asked, is there anything that you guys wear or whatever have before you jump in the car that brings you good luck?
Oh, you go first, Dylan.
It's not really like an object or anything. I don't know. It's just always like left gloves on first. I don't know why, but it's always just, left boot on first. Not sure why, but it's always been like that. So
You know, when you did that, mate, when you did your left thing, you know, you lifted up your right hand. Did you know that?
am I mirrored?
Oh, is it? Oh, of course
Yeah,
it must be
mirror.
mirrored. Oh,
Yeah.
I think okay. What about you, Zane?
No, I don't. I can't say I do have anything. It's normally just the first pair of undies on the top of the drawer, so it's me. I'm good to go.
57V, 38V, yeah, buddy. Evan Thomason, you know, you've got so many fans typing in questions to see you
Keegan's
guys
having
here.
a word there too with Dylan too, isn't he?
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Surely, oh, here we go. Shut up, DK. I know you want to sniff that sponge. I'll leave it at that, folks. We'll just leave it at that. That's enough of you, Mr. DK. Hey, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you guys. I do thank you both for coming to join us and being part of this team specialist part of the build-up, because it's only weeks away. And, you know, we've got a lot more coming on the show tomorrow. We've got 3 more teams, Wednesday and, of course, Thursday. But, you know, here we go. Regan O'Brien. You guys know Regan. He's actually... Yeah, everyone knows bloody Regan. He's going to join us, actually. Who wears undies? Hey, free balling, boys. Free balling, eh?
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
It doesn't, nah. No, but, you know, to be honest, whatever happens out there on the track, and I said it to the other guys, you know, that's where the business is done. Once it's all over, your mates out there later on and you have a good chat in the club rooms, you have a beer and, you know, you just get in there and enjoy yourselves, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, 100%. It's a battle on the track, but yeah, Speedway's great for that. You know, you get off the track, and especially at Palmy teams, you get to the club rooms and have a beer or 20, and then everyone's mate.
Beer or 20.
Yeah, it seems to be that way after
Keegan
Palmy.
Levine just put up before, he said you love a party, so...
Wayne Christopherson wants, hey Dylan, good luck at teens, mate. Everyone's wishing you guys a lot of luck. Randy Tarrant, who's joined in. We're actually going to catch Randy in a few days as well. He's going to join us. Should have left your race gloves on when you touched the fire on the weekend, Dylan. Oh, really?
It's a bit of a dig there.
Oh, he did. He burned himself.
Weekend, so it's a bit of a dig, that one. Should have left the gloves on, I reckon.
Yeah. No, awesome. Hey, now there's plenty going on in your world. I know you got a busy schedule ahead of yourself to get yourselves prepared, the car, and I know it's just been awesome to catch up with you guys, to have a chat. And again, I do thank your manager for arranging and getting back to us and keeping in touch. It's a big process, and a lot of teams still do be announced. I know the Palmy Panthers and the Mustangs got announced earlier today, just at 7 o'clock. The Kings are set to be announced sometime during the week as well. But, you know, I do appreciate your time. You look sharp, man, in those shirts, eh? They look bloody cool.
Yeah.
So I do thank you both, you know, for coming on and being part of our show, our first night on Cockpit Media. And I do wish you all the best. I've got a soft spot for the Ocean View Speedway. Love the V. And yeah, mate, I wish you all the best in your team, mate. And safe travels to the track. Look forward to catching up with you guys down there in a couple of weeks and having a bit of a laugh. And I might do a selfie with the both of you as well. Work something out, guys. But what are you going to have? What are you going to have for the fans? Have you got T-shirts, stickers, or anything, or posters? What's the deal? Anything happening there?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the goal is there. I know that Wanganui has a merchandise page. It's probably better if you message the page or something. But yeah,
I think they were running pre-orders for the merchandise. Not sure if they're going to have any at the track, but I think we should have posters and things for the signings. So
yeah.
All right.
Got to have posters for the kids, mate. Got to have posters for the kids.
Definitely.
Yeah, sure.
Eh?
Yeah. You got to have it with their draw, mate. You got to get it in there. Hey, Mark Crocott just quickly mentioned, do you guys worry about getting injured, having time off work, or do you guys have insurance to cover the cost for that?
Personally, no. I go out there and just give them my all, but I try not to think about that. Just put that at the back of the brain, and I'll think about that later, probably when I'm laying on the couch with a sore back or something.
Yeah, what about you?
I'm much the same. It sort of goes out of the mind when you strap into the car, really, and it's you usually find out if you're sore. It's usually the day after, really, once all the adrenaline's worn off. So yeah.
All right, Dan McIntyre, this is for you, Dill. How many girls are going to be on your car in the parade?
Oh, no, I don't know about that. Hey.
Oh, mate.
Just stitching you up, eh, Dylan? Eh?
Look at that. You know,
Man.
Evan
Poor guy
Thomason
comes
up.
on, he gets hassled like hell about it.
No, gotta love it. Gotta love
Oh, you gotta love it. You know, Evan Thomason, big supporter, up the V. Brad Wright, good luck, guys. Elias is jumping in here, mate. Elias, yeah, can Dylan sign my cleavage? Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna last in here next time.
Oh, wicked. Yeah, Kings getting named Wednesday. Yeah, we'll see what happens there, Kylie. Thank you for the update. Hey, that wraps up our show, you two gentlemen. Thanks for being supporters of our show tonight. We appreciate not only your time, but also from Straford Tyler Walker, whose phone had a bit of a hissy fit. So that when played up, he messaged me, he says, sorry, mate, phone had a bit of a hissy fit. So good luck to all the Straford Scrappers fans who joined us and sharing all the comments. Earlier on in the piece, we caught up with Malcolm Reed and Harley Robb from the Glen Eagles. Big drive for the boys from down south, and no doubt they'll have a huge contingent when they're representing the South Island up at Palm in a couple of weeks. But also special mention goes out to the man who puts on the event, who was a huge ambassador for Speedway, Bruce Robertson. Without him and what he does for Speedway up and down the country, he just drives it. His love is in the right place. He's got a massive heart when it comes to Speedway. So I just want to acknowledge him for being our first guest, because, you know, without him, mate, we wouldn't have the show to talk to the guys about the teams racing in 2 weeks. And it was a privilege, actually, for Craig Booker and I to talk with Bruce, to have a chat with them. But cheers, guys. I appreciate your time. Safe travels. We'll catch up with you in Palmy, eh?
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. That's awesome, eh? So there we go. That is Zane Dykstra, and of course, Dill still in for joining us as well. And yeah, it's been a hell of a show. It's been a fun show, actually, to kickstart our build up for the teens, which is coming up Anzac weekend. Big weekend coming up, and at the stage, I'm not a Met Service person, so let's fingers, toes crossed that the weather's going to be good.
There's supposed to be some big cyclone coming down the east coast there, I think. So it might hit Napier this weekend, and we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. But hey, listen, another thanks to Gareth 16 Media. We'll have a look at some of the comments, myself and Reno, and we'll post up later who has won the first prize pack for tonight. Also, tune in tomorrow from 7:30, not 7 people. We've got the Giants, the Busters, and the Mustangs. So
Yep, that's right. We're going to catch up with.
What do we got? I think we got Pete and Ethan.
Yeah, going to catch up with the Rees, father and son. If father's busy in the workshop, we may catch up with one another members, but Ethan's definitely going to be with us. The Busters, Seth Bro, he's going to be joining us, and Kerry Remnant, the man who holds the record. And now we're seeing the Mustangs officially announced. We're going to catch up with a couple of them. We'll try and get Rebecca Barr to join us. So plenty going on Wednesday. We've got the Kings, Rebels, and Panthers. And on Thursday, we'll wrap up our show with the All-Stars, Hawkeyes, and the Wildcats. The two brothers, Ethan and Keegan Levine, joining us.
Okay, well, thanks tonight, Reno, Kins.
Awesome, mate.
I enjoyed that show. A lot of laughs, a lot of fun. So thanks everyone that joined us, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, back tomorrow, 7:30. So make sure you jump on board. Thank you to everyone for the wonderful comments. We appreciate you taking out your time here on this Monday. Take care. We'll catch you back at 7:30.
Okay.
16 Sport, a new platform for Speedway fans. Hundreds of videos, the latest action on demand and free to view. Plus, the Speedway show, Dishing the Dirt. Check out the pay-per-view section for upcoming live streams. Browse Speedway merch and other awesome items in the online shop. Join G16 Nation. Scroll through your newsfeed, post photos and videos, join groups, and connect with the Dirt community. Visit G16sports.com.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. I said so, I did it. not the type be in the tank, but in that Rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, oh yeah.